Contrary to what parents of adolescents may think, adolescents work hard. They exert great energy trying to fill a need to have a trusting peer and adult relationship that helps them find out who they are or might be as adults. This quote by Louis Bergonzi is the basis of my project. I think that by acknowledging differences in students and then educating the rest of the class about these differences, we become much closer to helping students understand who they want to be. As music educators, we should use media like multicultural pieces and pieces written by LGBT writers to help students understand more about themselves, thus creating a better music education world.
So we can, as educators, we can incorporate different folk songs and go through how does this reflect the culture, how does this reflect the time period and what's going on politically during that time. And what's very commonly done is African songs. I feel like it's a little bit overdone and it's not very genuine anymore. It's becoming very Americanized and very European.
The thing is, you don't want to incorporate these multicultural aspects just because you feel like you have to. You don't want the song or activity to become the token multicultural activity because the students don't really gain that much from that.
Many music educators have very different ideas of what is multicultural, but we all need to understand that there is a need for multicultural education in our schools. While we do need to educate our students on multicultural ideas, we should be careful of generalizing what multiculturalism is.
So, and we got to learn a little bit about the African culture.
He's just teaching us respect for other people's culture and their race, because we're going to be together as a community where we are. We could live here or we could live somewhere else, but we're going to be together, we're going to be one community.
I think we as music educators can just get that LGBT situation out into the open in their classrooms and educate students. First of all, by just talking about it and trying to promote tolerance and acceptance. People are different, and I think in music that really definitely shows. Everyone in music is different in their own way, and it certainly does apply to the LGBT situation as well. If you're in music, I really feel like you should be able to just accept people for who they are, because everyone in music is always so different. And it's the same with LGBT situations. I think that acceptance is just something that should be promoted through music, always.
To educate students on LGBT issues in the music education classroom, we first need to recognize the hardships of LGBT students. Much like in the article, Sexual Orientation and Music Education, a Continuing Tradition, we need to look at the homosexual dilemmas in the classroom.
Rebecca Collins is walking us through cell phone video that was posted to Facebook. It was posted of another student ambushing her son in the classroom.
It turns my stomach.
She says this was a hate crime.
It's my son. I don't care. And they did it just because he's a homosexual.
Like never ending, and I was waiting for somebody. I covered myself, I shielded my body, and he just kept hitting me and nobody did anything.
This student was one of many LGBT students who has been harassed or even attacked because of their sexual orientation. The only way we as educators can stop this is by showing our students that being a member of the LGBT community is very normal. We can show our students that composers like Samuel Barber are in the LGBT community. This will help show students that being in the LGBT community is not something to be upset about, but something to welcome and accept. In conclusion, multicultural and LGBT issues should be talked about in schools so students can understand and accept the differences in all students, therefore making us closer and a better choral community.